everyone. How are you? Okay, I'm so excited to be here and I'm so excited that my computers are working because we've had an internet outage like 90% of the day. So, okay, I think all the tech is working. I had taken everything down to just use one camera and then got to set it all back up again. If you have any problems with the tech when you're jumping on, let us know. And I think we are good to get started. If we have not met yet, my name is Shelly Ontis, and oh no, we do have some comments. Hello! Hey, Summer. All right, I'm excited to talk to you guys today, and I did a lot of this ahead of time. Again, I thought I wasn't going to have any internet, so I wanted to make it as easy to watch as I could. We are making a set of trees that you can use for home decor. Aren't these adorable? I was going to do totally Christmas, and then I thought, let's switch them up and make it maybe something wintry so that I could leave them up longer. All right. If you are just joining us and I just popped up in your newsfeed, this is part of a series with the Creative Little Christmas. So there's 10 of us, and there are 10 different videos, 10 different presenters so that you can watch them. And then we just dropped the link for the Facebook group. You can jump in there and then you can watch all of the replays. There is an Amazon list in there, kind of itemized out. I'm doing a giveaway, so we'll drop that link again too, so you guys can enter the giveaway. And that is for if you're a cutting machine crafter. So if you have, you can see behind me, I have the Caesar Julie, the Caesar Romeo, and then the Cricut Maker, and then over in the corner I have my little Cricut Joy over here. But it is what we call our my SVG club, and you get access to all the SVGs in the shop for a full 12 months, and then anything we add during your membership, you also get access to those. So it's a fun little group to help you craft. And then also on the blog there's lots of other ideas. So not only do I just put SVGs up, but then I show you things to make with them. But this one is a craft that anybody could do. I just thought it would be fun to show. All right, one little note, if you jumped on to get the bag of cutout trees, that actually, we had, I don't know, I guess we bought them all out, so they are out of stock. But I did, in the Amazon link, you will find a couple other ones that are similar. But this one has, I emailed the company and asked them, like, are you doing it again? We want more of these. And I haven't heard back yet, so I will post in the group. But you can see, let me show you, these are all the sizes that came with it. Isn't that cute? So 5 different sizes. Let me stack them all up nicely. There we go. They're just so adorable. I can't wait to use these. Now, the shelf I'm putting these on is in my kitchen, and it's right against the wall. So I did not do the back of mine, but this would be really cute if you were doing like a table setting, and you could do 2 this size, and then on the back you could do another one, and then just whatever we're doing on the front today, do them on the back. But how adorable are they? I'm excited about this one. All right, I'm kind of sweating. It's hot. It's like 95. I'm in North Dakota. Tell me where you guys are from. I see Louisiana. Hey, Danielle. Thanks for watching. Danielle did a really fun card box, and she showed you how to hand letter or cheat hand letter because she had a tracing page, but it turned out adorable. Let's see. Iowa. Fun. Hey, Judy. New Jersey. Illinois, and it is humid here. Yes. I don't know. We get surprised when it gets hot every summer, right? But I'm not emotionally prepared for it today. Okay, so these are our trees. Let's dive in. We can chat a little bit as we get creating. So I'm going to switch over to what I like to call my craft cam here. Let me just click and drag. There we go. And If you have any questions, drop them in the chat. We will get to them. This is a pretty simple one. Move my extra trees. So there was some paper samples that I showed you guys also. If you are not in the Facebook group, you should jump in there because there is lots of fun tips and tricks, craft things, get to know all the other presenters, that kind of thing. So this is a really fun paper set. This one is from Echo Park. Let me turn that the right way. So this one has, let me see, this is the front of it. I used this set just recently in a card workshop. So if you haven't seen the Card Maker Success Summit, that is coming up here in August. It's free to attend. I believe it's 4 days. We'll drop a comment here with a link. You guys can register for that for free. But I showed you how to make a folded tree out of a half a circle. Let me see. This was one of my test samples, but look how cute that is. You could use that on cards, different decorations, things like that, but I showed you how to make a card in the other group. Okay, so if you haven't registered, you should register for the Card Maker Summit. It's going to be a lot of fun, and it's free. And if you want to upgrade for all the replays, they will ask you or share that information with you after you register for free. So I think we will drop that comment here in just a second. All right, let's jump in. So what you need for this, I'll put my little piece of paper over here. I need a little bit bigger space is what I need. All right, for mine, I went with white on the edges. So I used the Waverly chalk, and this is just plain white. I don't know if you guys can read that. Let me see, couldn't find you in the Creative Little Christmas page. I am in guide, wow, how do I not know that? Guide 11. Thank you, Rebecca. Rebecca's in the background helping me with posts and comments and helping manage the event, so throw her up a couple hearts. All right, so with this, again, we have our white paint for the sides. If I was going to do that other set with this one, and because of the wood tones in it, I probably would have just left the sides plain, but last minute I decided to go with this lighter color. So the paint, you need Mod Podge. And then I have some beads. I'm going to try to put them on the ribbons that we're going to tie on there, and then some twine. So you might need a little bit of tape, and then it wouldn't be a project if we didn't have some fun snowflakes in there. All right, so this little guy, oh, my bow's kind of coming untied. I've been playing with them a little bit too much. I think he turned out pretty cute. They're so simple to make. You also probably need some sort of sandpaper or sanding blocks. These are the little sanding sponge blocks that I have with. Okay. There we go. And then this one, I went ahead and I did the Mod Podge on the top of it, but it does not distress quite as nicely. So I probably would do that last. And I like to add the top coat on there. It just helps seal it on there when I put the Christmas decorations away at the end of the year. Then I know next year when I pull them out, it will have lasted a little bit better. It is possible, but it just takes a lot more elbow grease, I guess. And then on the edges, I tried to get the paper off and then also a little bit of the paint. Now I'm using an X-Acto knife here and just trimming off a little bit of that extra paper. my other camera over a little bit so I can see the comments, chit chat with y'all. Hey Kim, we're practically neighbors. Thanks, Christy. Yes, Juanita, the trees are wooden and you can get them on Amazon. I put a couple other examples. This exact set I have has 5 different sizes, but that one was out of stock. And I asked the manufacturer or the business owner if they were going to be putting any more on. So I will post in our Facebook group when that comes up or when I get an answer. Okay. The trees are from Amazon. We'll try a different sanding block. That one's kind of feeling like it needs to be washed. Thanks, Christy. This is probably the first time I've ever had purple nails. I have been saying for, I don't know, like probably 40 years, I hate the color purple. And then for some reason I just decided I needed purple nails this last time. All right. Okay, now we got that one. And this one, it is mostly trimmed around. This doesn't have the Mod Podge on the top. Let's use this one. Let's move this. We don't have to clean them off afterwards, right? You want to make sure that if you use Mod Podge or just plain Elmer's glue, you want to make sure that that is completely dried. So I actually did this yesterday. You can see I rubbed a little bit too hard and then lifted it there. But when you put the top coat on afterwards, go back and put a very thin coat over the top, and that will make sure that they go back down and they stay sealed. I don't like purple either, Jennifer says, and ordered it from Red Aspen. Okay, what is Red Aspen? All right, if you're watching, I would love to know what you guys like to craft. Thank you for sharing that, Danielle. So, if you're having trouble with them lifting, you can see when I just went at that one, it started to lift a little bit. Instead of going back and forth, just obviously go in one direction, and it does the same. I don't know if you guys can see that on the camera, but there's a little bit of the wood showing through right next to the paper. I don't know why I was doing the bottom. Nobody's going to see the bottom, right? Okay. Got that one down a little bit. Now, if you like the matte color, they do have different versions of Mod Podge. This one is actually super gloss, so that would be the opposite, but they do have a matte version as well. Juanita says, I love to craft on wood. I do a little bit of everything: scrapbook, card making, wreath making, door signs. Yes, Becky, you would love all the fun things we have going on over on the blog. We kind of have all of that going. All right, so there is our set of 3. Let me show you quick how I got them to this point, and then I have one more trick I'm going to show you for the beads. This is the 3rd or the 4th little tree. I thought this paper would be a fun accent on there. So if you have, let me see, let's move this one back over here. So if you've got this little tree and you've got a paper that has a big pattern on it and you want to make sure that you get it centered in the right spot, just hold it up like this, you know, behind the paper, and then hold it up to the light, and then if you'll get it where you want it, and then you can go back and trace it and cut it out. So for this one, it's a pretty busy pattern, so it doesn't really matter for this size tree where I'm gonna do it. I kind of struggled with the snowflake one, the big blue one, because it had a really cute snowflake pattern, but they were just all a little bit too spaced apart to get them on there. But I figured that if this tree goes in the center, you can still see all the snowflakes around it. So let's cut this out. And then when I traced it on here, I made sure to just cut on the inside of the line. So when you hold your pencil straight up and down, obviously, it puts a little bit of edge around your tree, so you've got a little bit room to cut with there. Okay, there we go. I'm so glad my internet is holding on. It's like the one day I schedule a live, that's the day our internet company decided to have an unscheduled outage. All right, I can cut that off later. And in my craziness of today, I never got around to painting the sides of my tree, but this guy's just going to be plain on the outside. That one is used, and I put this on with just a regular foam brush. You really could use anything. I try to use things that I don't have to clean. Even just a paper towel would work too, I think. So the idea is just clean, smooth strokes so that it stays, or so that it's smooth. Whoops. Sometimes I feel like I'm the messiest crafter ever. Wow, first try. It's like I've done this before. And then I always take the brayer and just smooth out the bubbles. But if you don't have one of these, you could always use a credit card, your finger. This paper was really thick, actually. I think this project maybe would even work better with the thinner paper, to be honest. And then I will let this dry and then come back and either X-Acto around the little edges here, and then you can see it's just I feel like my camera is freezing. So maybe they gave me just enough internet to annoy me, right? Just enough to tease us. But you can see just a little bit of the paper hanging off, and then I'll go back and trim that off, sand it like I just showed you, and do another very thin layer on the top, and that's it. Okay, now for the embellishments of them. So that was I should have did that first, but I got a little flustered when I started and had to redo my whole setup and camera and lights. Yes, Summer from Hammond's Nest, she said tissue paper, napkins, wrapping paper, so many ideas. I've seen that. Who has tried that where you use a napkin and then when you're done you like light the napkin on fire and it like goes up right to the edge and puts itself out? Like, I don't know if I could do that, but I guess that's why we've all been trained with stop, drop, and roll, right? So if something did go awry, we would be good. I saw a meme the other day that said, I'm really disappointed the amount of times or I'm really surprised of the amount of times I've not had to use the stop, drop, and roll that we all learned elementary school. But maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm the only one old enough to remember that. Okay, so this trick I wanted to show you guys. I saw this the other day and I thought this was genius. So these little beads are from Hobby Lobby in the wood section. And then I added this silver metallic, not silver, champagne metallic paint over the top of them. And I don't know if you guys have ever tried to paint a bead, but you probably paint your fingers more than you actually paint the bead. So, whoops, that one's already painted. I don't have to show you that one. All right, we have 4 trees. So we have 4 plain beads. Put them in a little bag. So this is just a plain old sandwich bag. I'm glad somebody else remembered it. Thank you, Jennifer. And then just put, can you guys see that? So just a couple drops of paint, not drops, but a few things of paint on there. And then literally just roll them around. And then I move them over to the side. You can smooth out the paint or decide they're not painted enough and put it back over there, work them up a little bit. Judy says she remembers stop, drop, and roll. Okay, thank you. Sometimes I say these things and my kids look at me like I'm a nut, so I'm glad you guys are picking up what I'm putting down, right? So, and then when you're done, you have this really cute painted, fully painted smooth bead. Like, it's genius. It just took me, what, 20 seconds to paint all those beads at once? Genius. Now, when I did this the other day, the screwdriver fit in them, and then I put them all on here and they all dried, but I will have to take care of them when I'm off the screen because they won't fit. So then what I did is just dried them up like that. But if you have an old milk carton, you could put them on toothpicks, that kind of thing. Just to get them a little, they don't take very long to dry either. Deb says, I have beads and metallic paint, so I can do that step without Amazon or Hobby Lobby. That is awesome. However, I do give you permission to go to Hobby Lobby or Amazon anyway. Angela says, I get that look for my daughter a lot. Yes, it's like permanently on her face, even though she's already 21. All right, now for these trees, you can decorate each one of them together, or each one of them separate, or you can put them all together. And this is just some basic twine that I have, and I've seen where they've wrapped all of them. Like this one already has a bow on it, but you could just glue them together. I would offset them so that there's so this one hangs over, the blue one hangs over on this side, then the green one hangs over the other side, and then just make sure they're lined up on the bottom. And then they wrapped many times around, and then they tied a bow like I did with this little green one. So I thought that would be cute too. But my shelf that I'm going to put them on is actually very narrow, so it wouldn't work if you did that. Now, if you haven't used the twine before, there are tons of different colors and stuff. I don't know if you guys can see, but this one has like a metallic in it, and then this one is a white with a gold in it. Let the camera focus. And then this one, I want to say it was from Hobby Lobby as well. And there's also a silver one in that set too. So that one was kind of fun. All right, now I do need to put Mod Podge on this one, which is going to take a little bit to dry. So I won't be able to completely finish this set, but I figured this would give you guys a really good idea. Oh shoot, I think that, oh, you found it. I was going to say, I think that one link got carried. Some of those links are just so long that the computers get kind of confused with it. But on the post here, this is where you can go for that Card Maker Summit. And I think you guys would really have a lot of fun with that one. Thank you, Dixie. Juanita says, I bought this cheap set of paintbrushes at the Dollar Tree and I use the handles to put my beads on to dry. Oh, that's a really good idea, Juanita. That's why I love these little craft lives and segments, because we end up helping each other. Skewers, nice one. Love that idea, Summer. Okay. All right, enough reading the comments, right? So it's a pretty simple craft. I'm going to put another clear coat on this, and then make sure you like the page and follow us, and I will post a final picture of all of them when they're done, so when they dry. But I would just tie some twine on some of them, and then this is, they sell these little die cut things on Amazon, of course, but then also at Hobby Lobby, and I usually get one every year. I usually say I'm not going to buy them, and then I usually end up going back and buying one. But I think they're kind of cute in these little containers, and it keeps them from getting broke, because they are kind of fragile. Let me remove that. There we go. And then what I will do is just take a piece of press and seal and put it on the top, and then I keep them stacked up in a little container, and that way they won't fall out all over the place. Okay, it's like 1.5 million degrees in here, in case anybody was wondering. But these are really cute to add some dimension, like right here with this pattern that it's, you know, it kind of feels like it's missing a little bit something, but I will go ahead and put something like that on there. Or, let's see where that could come from. Let me see, I have one more idea. It's right here, off of camera. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves. See if I can grab it. Okay, we probably all have some of these in our little craft stash, but setting it like this, and then if you have grandkids and they send you those really adorable school pictures, you can stick them on there. Or if you have a favorite, I don't know, Christmas saying, Bible verse, Christmas song lyric, or something like that, you could print it out, put it on a piece of paper, and then cut it out, and then when you have it up on your shelf, it's a really cute accent that way too. So that's another fun thing to use these for. I really hope that this company comes back. These trees are very nice wood. They were pretty inexpensive, and it was Ollie Craft. They also had a lot of fun things like very similar sets, and they were all similar size-wise to these. You can tell, even though I have larger hands, but you can kind of see the size. But they had butterflies. Wow. And that's what all Shelly's brain can remember right now with the cameras on. Okay, thank you for sharing that link. Hey, Patrick. If you guys are a Caesar fan, that is Patrick from Caesar. So all the cricket fans out there, and Romeo and Juliet. Yes, crosses, horses, and no trees. Okay, thank you. I forgot about the crosses and the horses. So I am hoping that they get them back in stock, and then I will comment in our little private Facebook group for this Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas event. If you are not in there, make sure you jump in there. I'm sure after this event, you'll love to be in there, because you can also go back and rewatch all of these replays, because we have less than 6 months now to get all these Christmas projects done. But we'll also have a few other fun things coming up. And then on 2 o'clock, 2:30 Central Time, Friday, make sure you join us in that private Facebook group. All of the presenters, all 10 of us from this Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, are going to do a live together, and then we're also doing a couple of us have couple fun giveaways. Again, if you are a Cricut crafter or a cutting machine crafter of any sort, laser maker, we have the SVG club that we're giving away. So I think we still Did I give you the giveaway link where they could go register, Rebecca? Okay, we can drop that too. Rebecca is my magic little elf in the background. There we go. Thank you, thank you. Oh shoot, that's the wrong. Whoops, I'm going to delete that one. It's a wrong. Somehow that ended up to be a past event. There's the sweep widget. Okay, so yes, this is the comment, sweep widget dash /C, and then this code. So if you click on that link, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook, you'll be able to get to that giveaway. Sometimes our copy and paste fingers, I probably gave her the wrong URL. All right, so I hope you guys had fun. It's a really short video. Like I said, I did a lot of prep ahead of time this afternoon because I didn't want to have to not be able to finish or go live because of our internet here today, but now we are good. But I'm going to go finish these. Make sure you're following the page, and then I will post a picture when we're all done. But does anybody have any questions before we jump off? Or anything about crafting they'd love to share? Terry says she's a cameo girl. That's okay. We still love to craft with you. Deb says she loves all crafts. I know. I do too. That's the problem. I've now taken over a second bedroom. This is actually the dining room in our house. And I've taken over one of our kids are in college now, so I've taken over one of their bedrooms, or out of college even. Oh, thank you, Sharon. That was so nice of you. Yes, the replays are so fun to have in the group because I don't know about you guys, but I hear things different the first time, and then when I go back to do it, or even just when you're crafting by yourself and to have a fun craft thing in the background, it kind of feels like you're not crafting alone. All right. Well, thanks everybody. I appreciate it. Make sure you jump in the group, and if you make one of these sets, either with this set or one of the other ones, or just out of paper, I would love for you guys to do a post in. You can comment on the supply list, and then you can share your photo on there. All right, thanks for watching, and then don't forget 7 o'clock. Make sure you're in that Facebook group. Desiree is doing lettering. I don't even know what it's called. I'm sorry, but it's a beautiful piece of artwork that everybody can make. So come with us over there, and I'd love for you guys to join us. So that one's at 7 p.m. Central Time, and that you can find the link in the group. Thanks, Sharon. I appreciate it. All right, everybody, stay cool. We'll see you later.